Ladies and gentlemen, leaders and dreamers, I want you to imagine a world where every dream you've ever carried, every idea, every passion, every goal was just one habit away from becoming reality. Leadership isn't confined to titles, positions, or offices. It lives in the choices we make, the habits we build, and the lives we influence. I came here today with one mission: to stir something in your spirit, to ignite a fire that refuses to be extinguished. Because the truth is this: every one of you has the potential to lead, to inspire, and to transform. But the question is, are you ready to uncover the habits that separate the dreamers from the doers? By the time we finish, you'll walk away not just inspired, but equipped, armed with 10 habits that have shaped not just great leaders, but transformative ones. Are you ready to lean in? Vision that transforms is not just about seeing the future, it's about shaping it, crafting it, calling it into existence. A leader without vision is like a ship without a compass, drifting, lost, and vulnerable to every wave that comes its way. Vision is the heartbeat of leadership, the driving force that sets direction and defines purpose. It's what turns dreams into destinations and desires into movements. When we talk about transformative vision, we're speaking of a leader's ability to see beyond the immediate, beyond the tangible, and into the realm of possibilities. It's not just about what exists, it's about what could exist. This kind of vision is birthed in the stillness of reflection, forged in the fires of adversity, and clarified through action. A leader sees the mountain before it's climbed, the bridge before it's built, and the victory before it's won. But vision alone is not enough. It must be communicated in a way that stirs the hearts and minds of others. A transformative vision doesn't just inspire, it enrolls. It invites people to join a journey larger than themselves, a purpose bigger than their own aspirations. Leaders with vision don't merely describe what they see, they paint pictures so vivid that others begin to see it too. They speak with such conviction that doubts are silenced and faith is ignited. Vision is often born in the realm of the unseen, but it must be nurtured with deliberate action. It's one thing to have a dream, it's another to have the courage to pursue it relentlessly. Leaders understand that vision requires sacrifice. It calls for sleepless nights, tough decisions, and unwavering resolve. It's not for the faint of heart. A transformative vision challenges you to grow, to stretch, and to become the person capable of carrying it out. Such a vision doesn't just transform the world around you, it transforms you. It reshapes your priorities, sharpens your focus, and aligns your actions with your purpose. A leader's vision has the power to breathe life into lifeless situations, to bring order to chaos, and to create something extraordinary out of the ordinary. Think about the most impactful leaders throughout history. Each of them carried a vision that transcended their personal desires. They saw a better tomorrow and worked tirelessly to bring it to pass. Whether it was freedom, equality, innovation, or a better life for their communities, their vision became their compass, guiding every step they took. This is the kind of vision that transforms. It is not static, it evolves, grows, and adapts as the leader grows. But its essence remains steadfast: to create something meaningful, to leave an imprint, and to inspire others to do the same. Vision isn't just what you see, it's what you believe and what you're willing to build. Authentic connection is the cornerstone of effective leadership, a force that transcends authority and commands respect not through fear, but through trust. At its core, leadership is not about control, it is about influence, and influence is born out of relationships. To connect authentically is to strip away pretense and masks, to lead not from a pedestal, but from a place of shared humanity. People don't follow titles, they follow those they trust, those who truly see them, and those who care enough to listen. Building authentic connection starts with a willingness to be vulnerable. Leaders who are unafraid to share their struggles, admit their mistakes, and acknowledge their imperfections create an environment where others feel safe to do the same. Vulnerability does not diminish authority, it deepens it. It communicates that a leader is not above their team, but with them, walking alongside them through challenges and triumphs alike. Listening is another vital thread in the fabric of authentic connection. True leaders don't just hear, they listen with intention, seeking to understand not only what is being said, but also what is left unsaid. They lean into conversations with empathy, valuing the perspectives and experiences of others as much as their own. This kind of listening fosters a sense of belonging where people feel valued, seen, and heard. When individuals feel heard, they open up, and when they open up, trust is built. Trust is the currency of authentic connection. It cannot be demanded, it must be earned, nurtured, and protected. A leader earns trust by aligning their words with their actions, by keeping their promises, and by standing firm in their principles even when it's inconvenient. Authenticity shines through when leaders are consistent in their character, treating everyone with respect regardless of status or circumstance. It is in these consistent, everyday interactions that trust is solidified. Authentic connection also requires a deep sense of humility. Effective leaders understand that their role is not to be served, but to serve. They recognize that leadership is not a spotlight, but a platform to uplift others. Humility allows a leader to admit when they are wrong, to acknowledge the contributions of others, and to celebrate the team's successes rather than seeking personal glory. It is this humility that endears a leader to their people, fostering loyalty and respect that no position or title could command. True connection transforms a group of individuals into a cohesive unit. It forges bonds that weather the storms of adversity and fuels a sense of purpose that goes beyond individual ambition. When leaders connect authentically, they create an atmosphere of collaboration where everyone feels invested in the vision and driven to contribute their best. They foster a culture where people don't just work for a paycheck, but for a cause, a purpose, and a shared goal. Leadership without authentic connection is hollow. It may achieve compliance, but it will never inspire commitment. Connection is what transforms tasks into passion, teams into families, and leaders into legends. It is the bridge that turns influence into impact and builds legacies that endure long after the leader is gone. Discipline with purpose is the foundation upon which great leaders build their legacies. It's the quiet force behind every significant achievement, the unseen driver of excellence. Many people think of discipline as restrictive, something that limits freedom or creativity. But true discipline is not about limitation, it's about focus. It's about having the strength to prioritize what matters and the wisdom to discard distractions. Leaders who possess discipline are not ruled by impulses or short-term pleasures. They are guided by a clear sense of purpose, a deep understanding of where they are going and the necessary steps to get there. Discipline is not something that happens overnight. It's forged through consistent effort, through daily choices that align with long-term goals. Leaders who are disciplined create routine systems and habits that shape their day-to-day actions. They understand that small, disciplined actions repeated over time compound into extraordinary results. Whether it's waking up early to plan the day, dedicating time to personal development, or staying focused on the vision in the face of distractions, discipline allows leaders to sustain momentum and make steady progress. But discipline alone is not enough. It must be tied to purpose. Without purpose, discipline can feel like a burden, a monotonous task that drains energy rather than fuels it. But when discipline is rooted in purpose, it becomes a source of empowerment. Purpose gives discipline. It's why the reason to keep going even when the road gets tough. Leaders who operate with purpose are driven by something deeper than personal ambition. They are driven by the belief that their actions are contributing to something larger than themselves, something that will leave a lasting impact. Purpose gives meaning to the discipline, infusing every action with significance. A leader who is disciplined but lacks purpose may achieve success, but it will be hollow success. They will climb the ladder, but it will be leaning against the wrong wall. Discipline with purpose ensures that each step taken is a step in the right direction, that the energy invested is aligned with the leader's vision. When discipline is paired with purpose, it brings clarity. It cuts through the noise and provides a clear path forward. The disciplined leader knows how to say no to the things that don't matter, how to reject the temptations that would divert them from their mission. They have the clarity to see that some opportunities, while tempting, are distractions. And so they stay focused on what matters, cutting through the clutter and aligning their actions with their values. There is also a peace that comes with discipline rooted in purpose. The leader who is disciplined doesn't second guess their decisions because their actions are in harmony with their goals. They trust that their daily habits, when performed with purpose, will bring them closer to their desired outcomes. This trust in their process allows them to stay grounded even in times of uncertainty, knowing that the work they are doing today will pay off tomorrow. Discipline with purpose is not an act of perfection. It is an act of persistence. It's about showing up day in and day out and giving your best even when no one is watching. It's about making those daily choices that may seem small but over time lead to extraordinary results. Leaders who master discipline with purpose don't just create success for themselves, they create a legacy for others to follow. Resilience in storms is the hallmark of a great leader. It's easy to lead when things are going smoothly, when everything aligns perfectly, and when success seems guaranteed. But the true measure of a leader is found in how they respond when the winds of adversity begin to blow, when challenges arise that test their resolve. Life has a way of throwing obstacles in our path, and leadership is no different. Those who succeed aren't the ones who avoid the storms, they are the ones who weather them and keep moving forward despite the difficulties. Resilience isn't about never feeling defeated or never being shaken. It's about how quickly you bounce back after being knocked down. It's about standing tall when everything around you is crumbling. Resilience is about taking the hits, feeling the weight of the challenges, and still finding the strength to rise again. True leaders don't let setbacks define them. Instead, they use those setbacks as stepping stones to growth. They understand that failure is not the end, but an opportunity for growth. A lesson that teaches them how to do things better next time. In the face of adversity, resilience allows leaders to maintain clarity. When chaos surrounds them, when uncertainty threatens to take hold, resilient leaders keep their eyes focused on the goal. They don't let the storm blur their vision or derail their mission. Instead, they rise above the noise, remain calm in the face of pressure, and chart a course forward. This ability to stay grounded in the midst of uncertainty is what makes them effective, inspiring those around them to also press on. Resilience is also about adaptability. The storms of life come in many forms: unexpected challenges, shifts in the market, changes in the environment, or personal hardships. A resilient leader is not someone who stubbornly clings to the way things have always been. They are the ones who adapt to the new circumstances and adjust their strategies accordingly. Resilience is the ability to bend without breaking, to change without losing sight of the bigger picture. Great leaders are not immune to difficulty. They experience loss, they face rejection, and they encounter situations that seem insurmountable. But they don't let these things define their ability to lead. They understand that adversity is an inevitable part of the journey. What defines them is their capacity to endure and grow from it. They use each storm as an opportunity to learn, to refine their skills, and to become stronger. They understand that resilience isn't about avoiding failure, it's about how they respond to it. When a leader shows resilience, they inspire resilience in others. People follow those who show strength in the face of adversity, who rise from the ashes with even more determination than before. When a leader remains steadfast, their team members are motivated to push through their own challenges. Resilience is contagious, and a resilient leader creates a culture of perseverance where everyone is encouraged to keep going, even when the road is tough. Through resilience, leaders become beacons of hope. They show others that no matter how hard the journey gets, it is possible to overcome. They model the kind of grit and determination that everyone needs to succeed. Resilience does not just transform the leader, it transforms the entire organization, community, or movement they lead. It turns obstacles into opportunities and builds a foundation of strength that lasts through every storm. Service over status is a fundamental trait of effective leadership. Many are drawn to leadership positions for the prestige, the recognition, or the influence that comes with a title. But the true power of leadership lies not in the status it grants, but in the opportunity it gives to serve others. Leadership is about using your position to lift those around you, to elevate others, and to empower them to reach their full potential. It's not about sitting at the top of the ladder, it's about reaching down to help others climb with you. A leader who chooses service over status understands that their role is to be a servant first, a guide second. They realize that the best leaders are the ones who focus on the needs of others, not their own ego. Their goal is not to build a legacy for themselves, but to create an environment where others can grow, thrive, and succeed. True leadership is selfless. It is about making sacrifices for the well-being and success of others, often putting the needs of the team before their own desires or recognition. When leaders serve, they build trust. People are drawn to leaders who genuinely care for their welfare, who put their interests above their own. This kind of leadership fosters loyalty and respect because it demonstrates that the leader is not motivated by personal gain, but by a deep commitment to the collective success. Service-driven leaders create a culture where collaboration is prioritized over competition, where everyone's contribution is valued and where success is shared. Serving others doesn't mean leading from behind, it means leading with humility. Humility is the foundation of service. A leader with humility understands that their position is not a symbol of superiority, but a platform to help others rise. They don't seek accolades or praise for their efforts. Instead, they celebrate the accomplishments of others and give credit where credit is due. By deflecting praise and uplifting those who contribute, the servant leader creates an atmosphere of gratitude and mutual respect where everyone feels valued. Leaders who serve empower others. When people see that their leader is invested in their success, they are inspired to give their best. A servant leader encourages growth by providing guidance, support, and opportunities for development. They create a space where others feel confident to express their ideas, take risks, and learn from their mistakes. They understand that the success of the team or organization is a reflection of the growth and success of its members. Service over status also requires a long-term perspective. It's easy to be focused on the immediate rewards and recognition that come with leadership. But a true leader knows that their most significant impact comes from the legacy they leave in the lives of others. When a leader serves, they plant seeds that may take years to bear fruit, but those seeds will grow into something much greater than the leader could have achieved alone. They are building a foundation of trust, respect, and growth that will continue to thrive long after they are gone. Leadership that is rooted in service changes lives. It builds communities, fosters collaboration, and creates opportunities for others to succeed. The leader who chooses service over status doesn't just lead, they inspire others to lead as well. They create a ripple effect that extends far beyond their immediate sphere of influence, shaping the future of those they serve. Through service, a leader's impact is magnified, their influence multiplied, and their legacy becomes a story of how many others they empowered to reach their own greatness. Legacy through impact is the true measure of leadership. It is not about the accolades you receive or the recognition you earn, but about the lives you touch, the hearts you inspire, and the lasting change you create in the world around you. A leader's legacy is not built on what they achieve for themselves, but on how they uplift others and how their influence continues to shape the future long after they are gone. Every decision a leader makes, every word they speak, and every action they take has the potential to leave an imprint on those they serve. Impact doesn't come from fleeting moments of glory. It is built in the quiet, consistent efforts that shape an organization, a community, or even a nation. A true leader understands that their legacy is a product of the positive change they catalyze in the lives of others. This change isn't always immediate, nor is it always visible right away, but it is always powerful. Leaders who focus on creating real, lasting impact build something that endures beyond their time at the helm, something that has the power to continue inspiring others for generations. To create a legacy through impact, leaders must first be intentional. They must understand that their influence isn't accidental. Every decision, no matter how small, contributes to the kind of legacy they are building. A leader who acts with integrity, who prioritizes the needs of others, and who remains committed to the greater good is creating a legacy of impact. These leaders understand that their legacy isn't defined by the immediate results of their efforts, but by the long-term changes that ripple out from the decisions they make today. Impact-driven leaders also understand the importance of empowering others. They realize that their success is not determined by how many followers they have, but by how many other leaders they can help to rise. The true measure of a leader is found not in their personal achievements, but in how many people they inspire and elevate. The most powerful legacy a leader can leave is one where others, inspired by their actions and their example, go on to lead themselves and create their own ripple effects of positive change. A legacy built on impact is not about creating followers, it's about creating more leaders. Great leaders invest in those around them, pouring into them the lessons, tools, and wisdom they need to succeed. They show others what it means to lead with purpose, to serve with humility, and to be resilient in the face of adversity. Through this kind of leadership, they create a cycle of influence that continues to expand, growing beyond the initial scope of their leadership. True impact also comes from the courage to make difficult decisions and the willingness to stand firm in the face of opposition. Leaders who prioritize impact over personal comfort or short-term gain are the ones who make the biggest difference. They are not swayed by temporary obstacles or the opinions of others, but instead remain steadfast in their commitment to creating meaningful change. These leaders understand that the path to real impact is often difficult, but they are willing to walk it, knowing that their efforts will leave a lasting mark. A leader's legacy through impact is a living, breathing force that grows and evolves over time. It is the stories shared by those whose lives were changed by the leader's vision, the actions of those inspired to continue the work, and the results of the changes that leaders set in motion. A legacy of impact doesn't fade with time. It becomes a foundation on which future generations can build, a beacon that continues to guide others toward greatness. Through their impact, leaders create something that is greater than themselves, something that has the power to inspire and transform long after they are gone.